Hey everyone! Hello, and welcome to viewing how to build this iconic F-22 Raptor only out of paper. There's a link in the description with the file you can use to print, and this video will guide you through everything you need to know about the process. This is one of the more detailed models and will take some time to build, but I think you will find things pieced together pretty well with some patience. This is a pretty typical process you will find in building other detailed models. The overall accuracy in the end and detail will be well worth it. For tools, we'll need some scissors, cutting knife, and glue. Ideally both fast drying glue and multi-purpose clear regular glue. For print paper, 45 pounds or lighter, I'll need some 1mm thick cardstock to glue the structural framework pieces to it. Print only on the 45-pound or lighter paper. Don't try to print directly on the 1mm cardstock, as it will likely cause some issues with the printer jamming it. Typically we test print one sheet several times before printing the entire package. Check all the settings available like paper type, print quality, and ink usage. 100% scale centered to page. For small format paper can be a good place to start. Adjust accordingly and print the entire package when happy with the test print, using the same settings and scale percentage. The overall process entails building the structural framework or skeleton onto which the skin, the outer surface, is held onto. We start by building the frame, which consists of interlocking frame profiles with notched pieces that fit orthogonally to one another. Let's glue all the structural framework pieces to 1mm thick cardstock. Apply glue uniformly to the entire sheet. We can use a brush for this and stick to the heavy cardstock. The pieces which need to be glued are marked with an asterisk. There are 4 sheets that need to be stuck to card. Place these under a heavy book or object until they dry out, otherwise the glue may cause some unintentional curving in the cardstock. The cardstock may still curve a little bit. The pieces interlock, making it easy to keep them straight and orthogonal to one another. Next, we cut out the pieces of the frame glued to the heavy card. The notches where the pieces interlock are about 1mm apart, the same thickness of the card, so they should fit fairly snug, and only a little bit of glue is needed to fix the components together. I like to imagine the surface draped over top when building the skeleton, keeping in mind that all the surfaces will be coplanar at the end. We can apply glue generously to the vertical joints inside, since the skin completely covers up these joints. Try to maintain the pieces orthogonal or 90 degrees to one another when interlocking the pieces. Before layering on the skin, pre-shape the pieces by gently pressing against a curved surface. In this video, I use the glue container to achieve this, but anything can be used towards this goal, and many objects would be suitable for this. We try on at least a couple of times before applying glue, further shaping the piece so that it is coplanar. Dry fit 2 times, shaping the piece before gluing to ensure a good fit. The glue should mostly fasten the piece, which already fits fairly naturally already. Start layering the skin on the top. There are connecting strips labeled similarly to the pieces being connected. In this video I have not used connecting strips, but it makes building a whole lot easier, although requiring a little bit more time. I try to apply as little glue as possible to fasten the skin, starting with the middle and then the two sides as the piece is stretched across the frame uniformly. As we layer on the skin, it is still possible to sand, trim, and make small tweaks to the skeleton framework. Paper gives us the opportunity to make little compromises along the way, so no need to worry about getting it all perfect the first time around. We can also make another print and stick it on over top, or cut out and replace entirely if needed to correct bigger errors. Paper is a very flexible medium to use. With everything said so far, modeling does take a long time for all of us, but the results are visible in the end. I personally like having work-in-progress models on my desk. Partial models are nice to look at as well. Detailed models like this can take weeks or months to make entirely, but the important thing is to enjoy building. Keep your work surface clean and free of tools you don't need. Take your time and don't worry about getting it perfect the first time around. With paper, there are opportunities to adjust and correct all the way to the very end. When you complete your build, it will be easy to hang using string, as it will be quite sturdy and rigid. You can suspend it to showcase a favorable angle towards the viewer, showcasing the best part and not occupying a whole lot of space. Optionally, you can spray paint clear, matte, or semi-gloss varnish at the end to make it more durable and smooth out the surfaces. In this case, it is best to apply multiple thin coats instead of all at once. You can also go all out and build the extra fuel tanks, the pylon missiles, the canopy, landing gear, open bay doors with detailed interiors using a similar process with the diagrams enclosed. Alongside these, it's helpful to keep a picture open of the actual airplane to reference while building the model. If you enjoyed watching this, please subscribe. It is free and you will be able to see more videos like this. Please feel free to check out the other videos in the channel and forward it, pass it on to anyone who you think might enjoy it. I'm super curious, what other models would you like to see build videos of most in the future? Let me know in the comments below. I hope you enjoy building and wish you all the best on your Papercraft adventure. Bye bye.